What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Buddahcast. Now, I know what you're thinking. Where is everybody? Today, I am doing my own thing. I have some grievances, thus the name right above here. I have some grievances that have been bothering me. Yes, bothering me, not bothering me. They've been bothering me. Things have been bothering me about society nowadays, and of course me and Nathan are going to, Sentient. Me and Sentient are going to have our own conversation about certain things that impact society. These are personal things that I want to get, into clear air to let it all known what my opinion on certain things are, whether you like it or not. This is my opinion. So, why not just get into it? Welcome to the first edition of the Grievances Buddahcast. And our first topic tonight is misuse of fame. Now, when I say misuse of fame, I'm referring to people who make exorbitant... I'm not going to say that word because I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correct. So, they make... It seems to be like an unending amount of money. Like, we're talking corporate CEOs who spend all their time dealing with greed instead of helping people like they could be. They don't need millions of dollars to survive. They could survive off of $100,000 a year. Not millions and millions of dollars a year, and some of these people are fucking billionaires. I mean, goddamn billionaires. And our country owes... How much was it? Like, trillion. I'm not going to say an exact amount because I am not doing research, like full research on this, but I know from what I've been hearing on the news is we owe trillions of dollars, and these billionaires, millionaires that are out here, they have that money. Collectively, they have the money to pay off our nation's debt, yet they try to hold it and hold it and hold it as much as they can, even though they don't fucking need it. There are people out there living on the goddamn streets because of they can't afford to keep themselves in homes. And the only people who seem to give a fuck about it, I mean, I'm not saying all millionaires, all rich people don't do anything. There are people who do. I'm speaking precisely to the ones who have these like 12 to 20 some bedroom mansions that only them, their spouse, and their kids live in. And it's only them. They don't need these massive mansions to be fucking happy. The money is a fucking illusion. The fame is a goddamn illusion because in the end, they are just normal goddamn people like everyone else. Some actors... I've worked in the film industry. Sometimes it gets daunting. How much they have to do, how late they have to stay up, how much they have to stay in character. When there are times in there where you just want to they want to just break character because they've been at it so goddamn long. I can understand the plight, but the fact is you're getting millions of dollars to do everything that friggin' what middle class people do, that lower class people do. Watch TV, play games, go out with your family. You don't need to live in excess. You don't. And I mean, there are people who will sit there and put themselves all over the fucking news. And they don't care if the attention is bad. They just want the attention. I mean, I'm talking about like these reality fucking TV stars. And one in particular, and I don't give a shit if you get mad at me. I'm gonna name names. I don't think Caitlyn Jenner is a fucking hero. I don't think she's brave. Do you know why? Because there are so many transgender people out there long before her who were too afraid to fucking come out to everyone. They were too afraid to come out. And the ones who did got beaten. fuck, they got killed. And you're calling fucking Caitlyn Jenner a fucking hero? She has more money to keep herself fucking protected. She has all this stuff to keep herself safe. She's in the public eye. No one wants to be known as a person who beat down Caitlyn Jenner. But all the transgenders who came before her, who walked the streets and helped hold their head up high and who are proud of who they are, and proud that they finally figured out who they get to be who they want to be, and it makes them happy. And we're calling someone who tries to do stuff to be shocking to the public eye, and we're calling her a hero? How about we call the people who earn it a hero? And better yet, let's get into the fact that, well, it kind of, let's get into the complete opposite of, well, we'll continue with Caitlyn Jenner for a second. And I don't doubt that Caitlyn Jenner struggled with this for years and years and years. I don't doubt that for a fucking second. I'm not saying she didn't struggle at all, because it is a fucking struggle. I mean, I found out of friends that I had a long time ago, they had that struggle, and when I found out that they finally decided to make the change and got the operation and everything, they were happier. They felt complete. You can't rob someone of that. And I mean, and the only fucking argument that there's only a handful of arguments that I'm hearing, and the point is they're made invalid because people shouldn't. That goes. Oh fuck! I shouldn't jump to Caitlyn Jenner so quickly, because that leads into our next one. But then again, the next person in Misuse of Fame also leads into the third topic tonight. So I'll just talk about him, then we'll move on to the next topic. The next other person I can see who misuses his fame. I'm speaking of Kanye West. My God, is that guy so fucking just full of himself. You know, if it wasn't for his attitude towards people, if it wasn't for his demeanor, if it wasn't for how high up on his pedestal he fucking is, I would actually enjoy his music, but just because of how he is, anytime I hear any of his music, I just cringe because of how much of a piece of shit he's become from where he fucking started, when he started singing and all that. The man has a fucking incredible voice, and now he drowns it out with fucking money and goddamn auto-tune. Fucking hell, and his arrogance is unmatched by... I'd hate to put him out there, but he is an arrogant guy. He is very arrogant, but he's not a bad person. Like, I'm referring to George Clooney. I think he's an arrogant motherfucker, but he has this attitude about him that you can cringe at how smug he is, but you can also laugh, because he can laugh at himself. He can make jokes about himself. From what I've seen on talk shows, he jokes about when he was Batman that he thought he had ruined the entire series of Batman. And I mean, if you can laugh at yourself, you deserve to be able to poke fun at some other people. But if you can't take a joke about yourself, if you can't laugh at yourself, then you don't deserve to make fun of fucking anyone. Because if you can't take it, then you better damn well not dish it out. And that's kind of what I do. I'm on Facebook quite a bit. And I love reading what people say in comments. Because 80 to 90% of the time, you can get comments that you agree with. But that 20% where you come on and you see these people just being... They have been proven wrong by fact. They have been told politely to stop doing what they're doing. And what I'm referring to is the bullies who come on and just start trashing people because of what they believe, of who they are, or because of what religion they are. And that leads into the next topic. And second topic is misuse of religion / faith. And this grievous fucking misuse. Like, I see people who treat their family fucking horribly. They treat their goddamn family horribly. And they think they can make up for it by going to church. They think just because they go to church, that makes them a good fucking person. Well, it fucking doesn't. If you're so fucking horrible to mistreat your goddamn family, then you don't deserve that family to fucking begin with. If you abuse that family, if you tear them down mentally, verbally, physically, you do not deserve a loving family. You deserve to rot and die in fucking hell. And I guarantee I'm not the only one who fucking thinks that. Because if you're sitting there saying that I'm a good person because I go to church every Sunday, I go to church during the week, then you are fucking delusional. If you think that you're a good person because you pray to God and you ask for forgiveness, then you are fucking delusional. Or even on my end of the religious / faith scale. If you think that if you really think that sacrificing a fucking infant or sacrificing a fucking goat or an animal or anything like that will bring you any more power than you have, you are fucking delusional. The Satanist way is not about sacrificing or harming anything. It's about being the individual the individual that you fucking know you are. It's about doing what is right. It's about doing what you feel is best for your life. It's not about fucking killing for power. Because if you kill for power, then you will get slammed yourself. That is the whole point. It's eye for an eye. If you start killing people, you're gonna get fucking killed. And you fucking deserve it. Now, back to the part that bugs me the most is, especially in the Catholic religion. Christians do it too. And I'm saying Christian as a general term. Christian encompasses, Presbyterian, Methodist, blah, 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 all that. I am so sick of you guys saying that you're fucking righteous, yet you sit there and cast judgment over gay people, over transgendered people, over people like me who are Satanists, but have never who don't like fucking harming people, who don't even like fucking confrontation. And you sit there and tell us we're going to fucking hell? Yet even in your own fucking Bible, it says, essentially, I'm not quoting here, it says, judge not lest thee be judged yourself. And it also says that God is the one who is in charge of the judgment, not you. So wherever you fucking got this idea that you're sitting up on this fucking high horse, that you're better than anybody because of what their sexual orientation is, what their mental state is, what they feel like on the inside, whether they're a man, they feel like a woman, whether they're a woman that feels like a man, or if they want to be somewhere in fucking between. It's not up to you to judge them. Even in your religion, it's said right in the goddamn Bible that it's up to God to judge them, not you. And I believe that if God really is still there, still listening to us, that he will let them into heaven if they're a truly good fucking person. It doesn't matter what your sexual orientation is. It doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter what religion you choose. It just matters if you are a good person in your fucking heart and soul. If you try to help people who need it. I mean, it's mind-boggling hearing about these fucking priests and all these fucking pastors and all these fucking people who are collecting donations from their congregation. They collect these donations from people who don't have much, but are trying to make a better life for themselves. And they donate because they feel like it's supposed to go to something good, something worthwhile. Like, giving the money, the donation money to homeless people, or people who need treatment for drug addictions, or people who need to fucking start 12-step programs, or people who need fucking medicine for cancer, or people who need, you know, just the common everyday fucking essentials like food, water, and fucking a bed. And they take that money. They take that money for them fucking selves. They take that fucking money, and it hurts my fucking head because they could do so much good with it. They could do so much because they get so much of it. And those pastors are going straight to fucking hell. I guarantee that. They're going straight to hell. Because no matter how good you think you are, if you're not taking the money that you're taking from good, honest, church-going people, and I mean that in every sense, they try to be good every single day of their life, not just when they go to fucking church. If they're good every single day of their life and they're giving money so that you can help someone in need, take that money and give it to someone in need. Give it to someone who needs to fucking get a warm shower and a fucking comfortable bed for at least one fucking night, and help them. These pastors misuse religion like there's no tomorrow. They're lying to their congregation. They're lying to themselves, and they're lying to, in your most important eyes, they're lying to fucking God. Because they're not helping. They're not helping anybody. They're trying to convert people so they have followers when shit hits the fan. Then they'll have all these followers who are blindly following, who are fucking sheeple. Just a flock of fucking sheep just doing whatever the fuck they tell them. And it's pathetic. People need to open their eyes and see when they're being duped. And I've spoken in a previous Buddahcast, in the religion Buddahcast, that I have spoken to priests and pastors and ministers before. And the ones who I did take the advice from, they didn't have much. They didn't have a massive church. They had a small, dinky little church. They had a small church, and they had. And all their donations, they would go out and give food to the homeless. They would give food to needy children. They give food to orphan children. They go out and help people. And I came in looking for advice because I didn't know how I was going to deal with things that are going on in my life, and I was scared. So I'd go and talk to them late at night. I mean, I'm sorry, but my mom didn't even know if my mom watches it. Sorry, but I snuck out a lot when I was younger. But I wouldn't be doing horrible things. The horrible things that I did in my life were later when I was already an adult and I made horrible choices. And only I can blame me for that. I can't blame fucking, as the Catholics say, I can't blame the devious devil for that. Because I made the choice. I'm responsible for my fuck-ups. No one else. I made the decision to start doing drugs. I made the decision to start letting my life go fucking haywire. It was my choice to fucking drop out of high school. Nobody else's. It was my conscious decision that fucked up my life. And now I'm struggling to get it back on track. I am struggling so fucking hard. And it's not the devil's fault. It's not the devil's fault at all. It was mine. Stop trying to blame everything bad that happens to you on the devil, because it's not true. Bad shit happens to you because you're a dumbass. And I'm quoting from one of my favorite shows there. Start accepting responsibility for your own fuck-ups. Stop blaming religion. Stop blaming the devil. Stop blaming other people. You have to take responsibility for your life. That's how it is. If you don't accept your fuck-ups, then you can never move forward. And I have accepted my fuck-ups, and it's hard as shit to keep moving forward. But I'm going to do it, because I have a little girl who depends on me. I mean, even if I lose all my friends, and I know I won't because I have really, really awesome friends. And I know I get mad at Sentient for not showing up to the Buddahcast and canceling all the time, but I can't be mad at him. I can't. I can be upset that I missed it and that I didn't have anything to put up, because YouTube, you guys, every bit of my community, even though it's so small, it's not insignificant. People watch these videos and they fucking like them. And I'm hoping, I hope that I help somebody. Because that's what I want in life. I want to help people any way I can. And if it's by entertaining you with my videos, that makes me a happy person, because I love making these videos for you guys. But by God, I will always defend the underdog. I will always be there to defend victims of these fucking, let's just say it, bullies. People who will put others down because they feel higher up than them. Who will make fun of others because they feel like they're in a higher class, because they have more money, because they're fitter, because they're smaller, because of any fucking reason. But they're not. In fact, that makes them less of a fucking person, that they feel the need to that makes them less of a person, that they have that need to put someone else down to make themselves feel better. Do you know what I say? You guys can go fuck yourselves, you know? That you really can just sit on it and twirl. And I don't mean this, I mean my fucking knife, which is like over there or something. But I mean, there's no reason for it. And to hide behind your religion, or your fame, or even just your computer screen, that makes you a fucking coward. And I will challenge anyone who thinks otherwise. You can come find me. I'll be waiting. Because I am the bully defense. I will beat down a bully because I got tired of it when I was younger. But this also leads into number 3 topic. The God complexes. These people with this God complex that think they are, and yes, I'm going back to someone I mentioned in the first topic, Kanye West. I remember him saying something about him being fucking bigger than Jesus. And going off the stories of Jesus Christ and the good that the stories have did, oh my God, what a fucking arrogant piece of shit to think that he is that great because he sings and uses auto-tune. He has yet, and I mean yet, to make a good fucking contribution to shit. He fucking auto-tunes this fucking, when he started out, he has an awesome fucking singing voice. But his head's gotten so fucking big. He thinks he's this fucking god amongst singers. He thinks he's a rock star. Though he doesn't, perform rock. That's clueless number 1. Clueless number 2 is when he said he was as big as Jesus, or something along those lines. Again, I'm not quoting because I didn't read it, but I have watched numerous videos of him saying it. I just don't know it word for word. And just, what he did to fucking Taylor Swift. Who the fuck is he that he thinks he has the right to fucking do that when someone's accepting an award? Piece of shit. She got that award for a reason. Get over it, dick. And these God complex people, like I've mentioned George Clooney as well. He's kind of got the God complex too. But he's also got a fucking sense of humor about his mistakes. He's not afraid to admit that he's made mistakes before. And that he's fucked up in movies before. And he seems to have a fucking awesome sense of humor. He's an arrogant asshole, but for some reason I think that's why America loves him so much. Is because he can laugh at himself. He can. Kanye West, you make one joke about him, he'll take it personally like that. No sense of humor. His sense of humor is fucking ridiculous. And I mean, my God, I just want our country to be fucking rid of him already. Like, seriously. These people with the God complexes, it's gone way out of proportion. Like, seriously. These people who are slumming it, who can barely afford to pay rent, and they're buying like $2,000 rent instead of fucking paying rent and buying food for their fucking families. It's these people who are dragging society down, and that's the thing. Our society shouldn't be moving at the pace of the slowest person in our country. We should keep fucking progressing, because there are these fucking dirt broke people who buy all these fancy clothes even though they can't fucking afford it, just to make themselves look like they're important, and they're not. They actually have to do something of importance to be important. Not just some nobody who fucking buys fancy clothes, usually secondhand knockoffs and fucking fake jewelry, just to make themselves feel like they're fucking this god amongst men, and they're not. They're spoiled little children who think they can get away with anything, and they need to be fucking stopped. And I don't mean kill them, I mean they need to realize that they are not that fucking important, that no one on this fucking planet is important. I have said in a post on Facebook, it was a post about the 9/11 attacks and some conspiracy theories, and I don't give a shit if I get a bad backlash from the internet on this. People are making, like, you can't collect any more evidence from that, so stop trying to bring up new conspiracy theories, because all the evidence that may have even suggested a conspiracy theory is gone. It's been wiped off the face of the earth. Either by government or just because no one saw anything at the time, because it was a fucking disaster. And the post I made on there is... the point I made, that I said, was because people kept bringing up the conspiracy theories, and I said, you know what? It didn't even really fucking matter, so why do we keep bringing it up? And oh my god, did I get a backlash, and made me laugh quite a bit, because I made one point and one point only. Is, if it was so fucking important, why don't you name 10 people who died on there without looking on the fucking internet? Now, that's not to say that there wasn't a heavily impact for the people who lost loved ones on that. And for that, I am deeply sorry that you lost those loved ones. It was a horrible fucking tragedy. But this country needs to move on from it if we want to grow. If we want to become the great country that we were before, we need to let go of the fucking anger. We need to let go of the fucking hate. We need to let go of all this fucking shit that makes us think that America is better than any other fucking country out there. Because you know what? We have some of the most corruption that this world has ever seen. We have corrupt businessmen. We have corrupt politicians who are serving terms that are way too long for even fucking presidents. Even if they're great presidents who did wonders for this country, there should be fucking term limits. Because you've got these people making millions of dollars who do nothing good for our country. They only do good for themselves. And that even comes into the God complex, because these politicians think they're so high up on a pedestal, they think that they're better than all the people below them, that they think they could just buy everyone off. And unfortunately, they made this economy into a system to where that's exactly what they're fucking doing. If you don't cooperate with the government, they'll fucking blacklist you. And they will fucking make your life hell. You'll never ever fucking be able to get good jobs, get a good career, get fucking the proper healthcare and shit that you need. That's why I feel so fucking bad for all the fucking combat veterans who aren't getting the treatment that they need and the treatment that they fucking deserve. They're not at all. It's deplorable, because these wealthy politicians are taking all the money. How about putting all their money into helping the people who actually hold this country together? Congressmen, senators, they do not hold shit together. They're dividing us, and so is the fucking media, so is Fox News, so is CNN, so is fucking NBC, so is all these fucking news stations. They're pulling us apart, and we need to end it. We need something different. We need to become America United. Because what they're doing to us is dividing us horribly. And it's because they think they're so much better than us. Because they sit in these chairs of power that we gave them. And they abuse their power. Because they think they are fucking so much above the law. And unfortunately, they have enough money to pay off anyone who questions them. And it's sickening. It really is. It's fucking horrible. I think I've ran out of things to rant about in this episode, you guys. Definitely stay tuned for the next Grievances, because there's a lot more to come. If you guys like that episode, you smash that fucking like button, share, subscribe, and let people know. Let this be known. Let people know about this, and please comment your opinions down below. As long as you're not sitting there trying to bully, I will listen and I will read every ounce of it. You let me know what your beliefs are. And as always, everyone, live very metal.